How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video, I'm going to be making some Season 3 Team Affinity predictions, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as of right now, we have about 3 weeks until Season 3 Team Affinities will be in the game, and it is going to be right around the same time as the All-Star Game. Last year, we had an All-Star Game program that featured the Future Star Game, as well as the All-Star Game, as well as the Home Run Derby, and we had a collection to go along with it. So we might see something similar, but we also might not, because we have the Set 3 collection, and that collection could consist of maybe 1 or 2, possibly 3 All-Star Game versions of legends or current players. But as far as the Team Affinity Season 3 goes, we could see All-Star Game cards. We could also see some incognito players, some kaiju cards, maybe even some charisma players. But for the Orioles, I think we might see Adley Rutschman. I know I've been predicting some of these guys for different things within the game. Some players could definitely receive a repeat, a different type of card, right? For example, Babe Ruth hit the very first home run in an All-Star Game, so he could get an All-Star Game card, maybe at like a 97 overall. I know that the 99 would definitely be better, but you would only be able to use that card in your wild card spot, so maybe they give us maybe a Set 3 Babe Ruth and kind of alternate the sets like that. But as we move forward, we are going to have some pitchers, a couple closing pitchers. That was mainly the one area that I really wasn't sure about. But also, it depends on the voting, right? If they do go with these All-Star Game cards, then it's going to matter up to the fans and how they vote for the players. We could see a couple flashback All-Star Game cards implemented in to the Diamond tier, the Diamond packs leading up to those Season 3 Team Affinity bosses or Team Affinity like choice pack cards. I don't really know. What do you guys think about Season 3 Team Affinity? Have you grinded out some of the Season 1 and 2 Team Affinity? Are you going to be using any of the Season 2 players in your lineup? I'm thinking that these cards, these All-Star Game cards, or whatever they do for Season 3, I think these players could be at a 99 overall. I don't know, though. They might be at a 97 still. They might be at a 98. I think it is a little bit tougher for them to make 98 overall cards. But that's just something that I've noticed, right? There are just less 98 overall cards than 97, 99. And we could also see some captain boosts, some captain cards, maybe at a 95 or 96 overall, as we kind of get up there. And a couple of these teams, I did include 2 players, right? We might see a future star, Esteury Uriz. We might see a legend version of Raleigh Fingers. We might see a different A's player in general. Maybe like Yoenis Cespedes or something like that for a home run derby card. There's a lot of options. I wanted to kind of go over some players who I believe should be all-stars, but also just players I think would be cool to implement into Diamond Dynasty. I know a lot of people want a 99 overall Ronald Acuna. I think a 99 overall Luis Arraez would be good. I would probably use that card in the middle infield. Some people might want a Francisco Alvarez. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm not really sure how this will work with guys that already have, a 99 overall card, maybe from Set 2, right? Will they get another card in Set 3? Probably not. We would probably have to wait until Set 4 for that. But we could also see maybe a guy like Kyle Schwarber get a card on the Cubs, a flashback, a throwback version. We saw that with Season 2 Team Affinity, and Jacob deGrom had a Mets version. We could see, a variety of cards, right? Maybe Mike Piazza is a Met. Maybe Kyle Schwarber is a Cub. I wanted to include some catchers in there because I know we need them. But also, I guess, like I mentioned, the one area that I'm not really sure about for this type of program would be the relief pitchers. I don't really know who is at the top of the league for relief pitching. Usually they go with the guy who has the most saves type of thing. I don't think that is going to be Emmanuel Clase, but I don't know either. I think that's a good option. He was an all-star in last year's game. Let me know what your thoughts are about some of the players I put on this list, and then let me know maybe about a couple players that I might have left off the list, right? Maybe players that you think should be all-stars or that you voted for personally, and maybe why, right? Like, just explain why they would be a good card in Diamond Dynasty. I think we could see, a lot of different types. I think we could have a mixture. I think Season 3 leaves us with a lot of options because it's something brand new we've never seen, with cards no longer usable in ranked, even though we've definitely had that in years past, right? Like, lower overall cards were not really usable as the seasons and time went on during the game cycle. But I'm excited about it. I'm curious to see what types of free cards we're going to get. We can expect, All-Star Game packs, Home Run Derby packs, maybe some more Future Stars, maybe some cards featured from that Future Star All-Star Game. And then, of course, we are going to have the Future Star program that I talked about in the previous video. But until next time, I'm College Lefty, and peace out.